As Michelle Obama said, I've never been more proud to be an American than I do now. After seeing the tool of the gods, greatest man who ever lived, except for Jesus Christ, Donald Trump, take the State of the Union and put the liberal cancer in its place. Yes, yes. Here he was, making America even greater again, restoring a golden age that I am privileged to live in, privileged to live and walk at the earth with this man. And can you see him? With all the gods and all the Incas backing him up. Oh, yes. The only one who isn't, far left, of course, of the left, Satan. I keep an eye on Satan. I keep an eye on him. He keeps an eye on me. Not having Satan in your house, a statue of Satan, maybe you're making a mistake. Because therefore he's out there, skulking in the dark, doing his satanic works in your subconscious mind. Yes, indeed you do. Yes. This the festivities started off um, with a roar, the roar of the banshees of the left. They were catcalling the man of the comb over. And they actually got rid of a Al Sharpton wannabe who had his own cane there and was a pale affectation of the real civilized workers of the 1960s. They threw him out and they quieted those jackals of the left, of the Congress of the Democratic Party. Ah, monsters. Monsters who don't even know that they're monsters. Now, what's here? Another monster who doesn't know she's a monster. Meghan's such a turnoff. Meghan Markle, a woman who almost destroyed the royal family and stole the the fixed boyfriend of hers, the alabaster disaster that is one of the princes of England. Certainly, the English not the royal families uh, trade interest in the uh, trade of slaves is now a bit avenged by having to have this woman destroy the royal family single-handedly and reveal the odd peccadillos of the royal family. Ah, talking about a man who thinks he's more than he is, Zelensky, the ingrate, who will put the whole fate of the world in the hands of himself to fight off the Russian giant. Let us be clear. Putin is a criminal. He's a commie, businessman, criminal. He's half criminal and half angelist. He was raised by a mother who took him to the church uh, in secret, away from the father, who was KGB. So it gave him an evangelical concept of restoring Russia to its greatness of power under the Soviets and then the Tsars. I will not go into the betrayal of Ukrainians, which has been going on for the last 200 to 300 years. No, we'll just say this. Mr. Zelensky is doing his best for Ukraine, but the tide has turned. He will lose on much of the resources of Ukraine, maybe lose soil, important things. The important thing is now for the Ukrainians to survive. Each individual Ukrainian death means a soul that could be a Ukrainian, be a contribution to life now will be gone. We can't, Trump is right. The world, the It's not worth the destruction of the whole world to save Ukraine. Ukraine is in the right. They can't win. They can only bleed to death. Can only be so spiritually destroyed by all those Ukrainians dying at Russian hands. The Russians, to an extent, because of their large population and a different history, um, can sustain those casualties. Unless Putin, of course, falls apart. He doesn't look like he is falling apart. No, no. Trump is doing the right thing for the world and for America. And the president or chairman, whatever he is, the leader of Zelensky is trying to do his best for his own country. Pity that two men who are doing the right thing, good men, come at loggerheads in public. But this had to be. We cannot let the Ukrainians bleed out. Each Ukrainian death is a tragedy. Sometimes the bad guys win this against you. But the end good. Let's see. Rat got full. The man who bombed the 13 many 4 years ago under Biden's pathetic, incompetent, ratty administration has been caught. The Democrats, the Democrats, let's say call left wingers. Actually, I'm a Democrat. I never re-registered as a Republican, having registered as a Democrat long ago, far away. That way I can vote against the liberals twice. Let us not go by party affiliation. Let us go by left and right. The left is a cancer. Always has been, always will be. It is a false hope. Now, right now, Rat got Rat of the Taliban, of the distortion of Islam. Now, I have my problems in Islam, unlike Christianity, Christendom, which is a split personality, a combination of paganism and a philosophy, peace and love. On the other hand, Islam was born in war. They do have a peaceful heart, but it's not the religion of peace, it's the religion of submission. Does in some ethereal plane, Allah, battle, Christian, pagan, maybe that's a belief system or a theory. Now, they text us and will text, oh, this is tough because Canada is a socialist country. They don't have democracy there. And also we have a deal with them in which we oblige. And this happened many years ago. For cheap goods from other countries, we gave up our base of construction, manufacturing. This was NAFTA when I was young, that long ago. I knew it was wrong then, and I knew it was wrong now. We have to spend a little more money on American goods, a little less money. We have to have a war with Canada. If not, they'll continue to send Ryan Reynolds types. Reynolds is a rat, talented rat, a funny rat, nevertheless a rat. Thinks we're dumb. The Frenchie, the man who is Castro's son, if not in physical flesh, perhaps in spirit. Oh, definitely in spirit. Mr. Trudeau, you're out of office soon. We're going to war with Canada. I think we should march on to Montreal, send an armored division there and liberate that country from the leftist, Marxist, hippie dippy that move now. Transport bill block. This is irony. Bunch of men in drag with superficial cosmetic surgery are competing against women. As you know, I don't run co-ed sports and women competing against men as long as it's not coerced, as long as it's acknowledgement that there's a woman against a man. An outstanding female athlete can compete with a fairly good male, strong. I've actually been in organizations where stuff happened, less than the ladies. But when it's athletics, you can't just pretend it's a lie, and God doesn't like lies. He likes white lies that help people um, have a better life. He doesn't like white lies, masked great lie. There are only two genders. None other is all that is the fact, except for the sporadic um, that of an Aphrodite. That's very rare. Transgenderism, so well. These men should not be competing against women. Hopping at the track star won a pole vault or some sort of or a jumping jack or whatever over women. He made us a record in the pole vault. You're a man, of course you're making a record when you're competing against women. If you're a halfway decent athlete, this has to end. How a woman could call herself a feminist or going about women's um, rights or women's interests and be in any way a supporter of coerced competitions between drag queens and men, I mean women, is, is beyond belief. I feel I am in a nightmare. I didn't see this coming when I was young. On the mask, woman who, what is our governor's name? I block it out because she's such a piece of work. Her face doesn't move. Mask. So much Botox is there, or she keeps her face frozen, so we don't know the evil that lurks below. Top thoughts, anti-Jew bigots, anti-Semitism, the shadow of Hitler, the Nazis are back in spirit. They actually have an unholy alliance between radical and Hamas. That's just a strange alliance. The alliance is between um, the Hamas, who would kill the gay activists among pro-Hamas crowd, kill them in very brutal fashion, and and others of this liberating these clowns, these fools. They're mad. It's madness. They either don't acknowledge the true nature of the evil of Hamas, or they do not. Uh, they don't care. They're evil themselves, distorted, anti nihilists, and antisocial types. Well, insane. Now you may say, what is your attitude towards the Middle East or genocide? You know, Israelis are not perpetrating a genocide against the Palestinians. They are oppressing them because they want their own Jewish state. They are chauvinistic in that terms, and they believe that that land is theirs, given to them by God. Now, the truth is, Palestinians will not accept their defeat. They were defeated at Fair and Square, and they will wage war against Israel forever as long as they're near the borders of Palestine and Israel. They have to be taken away, not killed, deported, dissolved, much like Prussia, the military capital of Russia, part of Germany, was disintegrated, and There was some genocide that the Russians perpetrated on the um, Russians. Those who survived the long threat of Germany. Canberra, Campus 8. This is what our great president in mind. All those who perpetrate a disloyalty to America and anti-Semitism, violence, will be deported. Will lose. Not only will they be thrown out of campus, but they will be deported and maybe do prison time. It's about time that we waged war against these subversives, these violent monsters who inhabit our campus, who are from the Middle East and want to bring their cancerous, maniacal ideology to America. We should not put up with it. We have a great man, one of the greatest men in history, in the White House. And we are going to wage holy war, our holy war against you. This is the day here. New York Post, March 6th, a Wednesday. I'm trying to talk from the 1st of March. About time we wage war against evil. We have the right. We have the reaction. Yes, 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 yes.